What is going on, Ape Nation? So we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to make this a short video because it is Friday and I know you guys want to get out of here and enjoy time off with your family. We are going to get right into the video, but before we do, go ahead, smash that like button to piss Ken Griffin off. That is if you would like to piss Ken Griffin off. I'm not telling you what to do. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do so because I drop content just like this every single day. Anyhow, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Yesterday, we talked about AMC. We talked about inflation concerns. We talked about CPI data coming out this morning, which I told you to expect a little bit of turbulence, and we did see that turbulence after all. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. We're going to talk about what exactly happened this morning. We're going to also discuss another issue regarding AMC that kind of ticked me off. I know it's going to tick you off, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it. But first things first, let's go ahead and look at the data. So the Labor Department's report showed us that inflation accelerated by 6.8% in the 12 months through November. This is the highest level since 1982. At least that's what all the headlines are reading, because everyone wants you to believe that inflation is so terrible. Now, in yesterday's video, I did say if these numbers came in hotter than expected, you could expect a lot more turbulence in the coming trading sessions, because Papa Powell is going to speak next week, and there's going to be an expectation of him if these numbers come in hotter. Now, the numbers, they weren't too great, but they also revealed some other things that we will discuss in another video because that's going to take way too long. But here's the bottom line. Remember, I said worse than expected, but these numbers didn't come in worse than expected. They came in pretty much as estimated. In fact, this actually eased a lot of investor concerns, and a lot of stocks did go up today. Not by much, but they still went up. Dow up 0.19%, S&P 0.59%, and NASDAQ 0.30%. So why in the world are we seeing an almost 7% drop out of AMC in today's trading session? The answer lies with Adam Aron. Let me explain. But Adam Aron and CFO Sean Goodman decided to sell some more shares today. In fact, $9.65 million worth of shares. Now, that's just Adam Aron's portion. Sean Goodman sold about $500,000 worth, which is around 18,316 shares. So how do we interpret this? Insiders are selling. I mean, should we be panicking? Is this some type of red flag? Is this telling us that the stock is going to be freaking tanking? Well, here's the explanation, because the media is going to have a bunch of narratives about this. Now, we talked about this the last time that CEO Adam Aron sold some shares, and this is part of his estate planning. He warned us about this back in August. Now, do I like this? Do I like it that he's selling his shares? Of course not. Nobody likes to see a CEO of a company selling shares. But what nobody's talking about, or what people are not understanding, especially what media is not covering, is that this is part of his pension. He's got to get his money. The man has got to get paid. Is it helping our movement? Probably not, but maybe it is indirectly. Now, we all know that he's not intentionally doing this to drop the stock, or at least I would hope that he's not, but it is going to create some panic. It is going to create some selling pressure, because retail investors that look at this are going to get scared. Some retail investors, not true apes like you and I, obviously, but some retail investors are going to look at this, get scared, and sell their shares. Now, you better believe Ken Griffin is watching, and what do you think he's doing when he sees something like this happen? He takes it as an opportunity, and he's going to short the stock even more. He's going to increase his short position on this company, which means that the MOASS is going to be much sweeter when it finally comes. So that's the good side of the bad news that we got today. Not really bad news, but I mean, it's kind of disappointing news, but it was expected. Like I said, he did announced this back in August. He told us that this day was coming, but in the grand scheme of things, it really does not change anything for the apes. And here's what I mean by that. Number one, this has happened before. Adam Aron has sold shares before, and what happened? The stock recovered. There's a little bit of selling when he sold his shares last time, because some retail investors that don't keep up with this movement got frightened, so they sold some shares. Of course, the media is going to spin this in a negative light. So those paper-handed sissies that sold, well, you know, they are going to be missing out because, like I said, that was temporary. It recovered. And now this is temporary, along with all of the other factors in the market that are temporary. And when the stock does recover, and when it does recover, it's going to recover through the MOASS because nothing has changed, okay? Shorts are still short. They still need to return the shares that they're short by purchasing them back. And when that happens, well, you know, it's going to be amazing. And let's not forget, shorts are increasing their short positions. So, wow. Expect a MOASS to happen. I'm not saying it'll happen today, tomorrow, or next Wednesday, but when it finally comes, we are all going to be wealthy, and this is the reason that we're holding. So this is where you need to remember why you are holding the stock. Your conviction comes into play here. Do not get spooked by these scary articles that you see coming out through media channels that Ken Griffin probably owns. Do not get spooked by what's going on in the stock market. Remember what you are holding for. Remember what you are doing this for. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your wealth. Stay true to your bananas. And I will see you guys in the next video.